Hi everyone, this is my very first video, so I wanted to kind of show you around, have you get to know me, and I'm probably going to be voicing over this because I have the TV on in the other room, and I have a dog here, my mom's dog, who is whining at the current moment because she's not here. And I have my own dogs as well, so you might hear them in the background. So I just wanted to show you guys my current Frankenplanner is what it's called. So it's a little bit of a lot of different things, kind of pushed all together and made like its own planner. So I have some things from Tula 12. Most things are from Happy Planner, and then I have some own things that I've made myself that are also in here as well. So I'm just going to shove these aside. I might end up using this, so we'll just kind of hang that there. And so because there's certain things that I just do not want to share on social media, I have taken out some of my personal things, and we're going to be adding blank ones in for next week. So I'll give you guys kind of an idea of what I currently do with it. All right, so this is the Moterm cover. It was from Amazon. It's like $75, and I splurged on it because I needed something that was going to be good. There was not a lot out there. In my next video, I'll show the one from Happy Planner, which I really wasn't too impressed with, but I use it as my my Bible study cover because I'm in it less, but I wanted one that had like a closed snap. And so the only one I found, and I scoured Amazon like everywhere on Amazon, and the only one I could find like this was the $75 one on Amazon, or it might have been even more expensive than that. But I splurged on it and got it. So basically this is just a wraparound pencil case. So I'll throw in some pens when I take it with me, and highlighters and things like that. So this is from Tula 12. And then this is a little, I guess you call it like a little tag on here, and these are from Tula 12 as well. If you don't know, Tula 12 is a direct sale company, which I used to do them, not that company, but I used to. I usually put my cards in here that I have for doctor's appointments and such. I have also a few sticky notes in here. This is something that my aunt gave me. So it says, one step. Some days it seems so hard to know just what to do, and there are no easy answers or guides to lead us through. Though we are uncertain and unprepared to meet the task, our comfort comes in knowing one step is all God asks. So this really came from it came from my aunt, and it really stems from, I'm currently recovering from a broken ankle. Actually fractured my foot. I separated the tib and the fib from each other at the joint, and I ruptured my tendon. So I'm currently recovering from that, and also trying to do all that non-weight bearing for 3 weeks and such. So and then there's a little card. She made this, she laminated it, and it's really special to me. She's done quite a few of them for me, and I really appreciate them. All right, so next we have these praying for stickers. Sorry, I'm getting used to all this stuff. praying for stickers. So these I'll write down if someone's asking for prayers. I don't use them as much as I thought I would, but I have them. And then also I have a planner little thing for when I want to make check boxes and such. Stencil, that was the word I was looking for, stencil. And then I have some paper in here about some things that are coming up. This is a zippered pocket. I don't have anything in it. This is a happy planner cover. And then inside I have this for my husband. It's a thing he calls me Sunshine. And then we also have matching You Are My Sunshine tattoos. And mine says My Only Sunshine and our wedding date. So we have that. My mother-in-law, while she was here helping me recover, she made me this pretty picture with sunflowers. And then I have some just kind of momentums here, I guess. So I got this card from my aunt's friend who I met when I went to see her in Arkansas. And it's just a little wishing you God's blessings. And then she made the card, which is really pretty. And then I have this little thing that says, in God's heart, you are special, my heart agrees. So I think that's really cute, from my aunt. And I have a bookmark in here, also from my aunt. So it says, so in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you. And I think there's just, rejoice in the Lord always. I will say it again, rejoice. Philippians 4:4. These are my stickers. And I have to-do stickers and then month stickers. The month stickers are for me to place on everything in here that needs to have a month. I took January, February, March out because I'm planning for March right now. And what I did is I have set everything out for my next video. So I took out January, February, March page. And so that's why that's not there. And I have little C's, day of the week stickers. And then I have the day of the month stickers, number stickers. So what I do is I peel off, when I do my journaling, I peel off the day of the week it is, the day of the month, or day of the year, day of the month it is, and then I write the year next to it. So I have those stickers. This just says, remember you once prayed for the things you have now, which I thought was really nice, really pretty. And then I have, this is just like the back to the page. I don't really do anything with it. And then this is a pocket. And so inside I have a couple receipts for some of the bigger ticket items that we currently have. A goals tab with some SMART goals. And then I just have a blank sheet. So I will usually put in here like some of my goals. Like I'm going to be, once my foot recovers from surgery, I'm going to put in here that I am trying to work on exercising every day, or at least 3 to 4 times a week. Especially to start out, I probably will be doing kind of minimalness. And so then you have the Happy Planner front page. You have the yearly spread, the yearly day spread. I forget what they call it, year to glance. And then you get to February, because I only keep 1 month in my planner because otherwise it would be huge. So there's that. And so for February, these were my, this was my spread for February. As you can tell, it's not really filled in. I don't do much on the front page except for maybe appointments, like for the whole month. But I didn't do that this month, only that my, I think it only had this design for sticker design only had one sticker for appointments, and so I put the appointment that I have for to get my splint off. So there's that for that. And then I really go like, let's see. Like I try to design each of the pages, and I'm not going to show you just kind of exactly just yet what my page spread outs are, but I will show you in future videos what my spreads look like without, like, before putting in my own personal appointments, because I do use this for my personal appointments. And so there's the spread that I use. I'm thinking of switching it up to a different spread. Maybe not going with the Happy Planner, but like on Amazon, there's a smaller company that does like printed sheets for Happy Planners. So I might go with theirs. Trying to print them in your own printer here at my house with my printer, it literally stinks. So I try to buy when I can. I try to make when I can, but sometimes it just isn't conducive to what I need and how nicely I want it, because I am a little bit of a perfectionist. All right, so then we have one of these tab things. And then this is in my to-dos just because I felt like the best option for what I'm doing. So I try to keep a account of every day's feelings and how I'm feeling. So I have a mood tracker for that, and that's per month. And what's nice about it is that I literally just got my trackers for 2026, for most of 2026, but for February, in the time being, I did have to make my own, and it's on regular paper. All right, so now I'm back after going to the door and getting the Amazon packages. I have some cool things that I'll be showing you, so that came today, so I'm really excited. All right, so first up, well, I guess I didn't finish this. So I have the mood tracker, and then I have it in the yearly version just so that I can see kind of like how everything plays out. I haven't put the key in yet. It's actually missing a couple that I really need, but I think it should be fine. And then I have some things that I want to add into my to-do section, so we're going to do that here. And I'm probably going to put them ahead of, we're going to put this ahead. This is a Happy Planner. It is a don't forget, things to do, and an email call little box. And then it has some place to take notes, and then on the back it has like a grid dot. So I want to stick that in there. So I'm going to do that here. And so then this will be for that, and then for this I'm going to put in a new one. So these are the Happy Planner little tab things that you can like put what you're on the top. You can put what your what it's for. But most of mine, as you can see as we go on, they pretty much are blank up there. I typically go by the ones over here. So then next I'm going to flip over back over where I was, and I'm going to put this page. So this is a Happy Planner page. I don't know if they're still available. I did get them from someone who was selling a Happy Planner bundle on Facebook Marketplace. So I'm not sure if they're still available, but it's kind of cool. You get like mood of the day, 3 things that inspired you. You get to do some coloring, and then priorities, things you're excited for, what you're listening or reading. So it's kind of cool. So I have a week of those. So I got that's the week page, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I got that. So I'm gonna put that in. So this is actually for next week. And then weekly gratitude, I'm gonna put that somewhere later, so I'm gonna set that aside. That is my chair making that noise. So then I also have February in here as well. This is for my devotions. So what I do is I handwrite my the Bible verse for the day, and I try to do something that I am thankful for. So this is today's Tuesday when I'm videoing this. I'm gonna try to have it up on, let's see, Sunday. So this was my very first go of it. So if you see kind of bits and pieces of different videos, that's probably why. But I'm going to try to do it on Tuesday and post it on Sunday. So it gives me some time to kind of figure out how to do things with videoing, editing, and such like that. So I haven't got on to Tuesdays yet, but basically in my devotion, I put the Bible verse, what the Bible verse is, and then I do a remember section, a kind of like a little, either a snippet of what it says in the book, or kind of like what my takeaway was, and then I try to write what I'm thankful for as well. I try to use these to-dos kind of like a do these in my morning routine, and I sometimes am just so not able to get things done during the morning, especially if I accidentally fall asleep in the chair when I'm trying to do my morning stuff. So once I get back on my feet and get back to work, I might do a few. I definitely am not going to fill it up because I'm going to try to simplify my life more, although I'm adding things in like doing this, and a group at our church is they're doing a support group for young pregnant moms, single moms, and that is something that kind of speaks to my heart. And because I also was a young teen mom, so I want to volunteer for that support group. So I'm adding that in on Tuesday nights, plus an additional, time as needed. So I am going to be doing a lot, but I'm going to try to, because my job also is a lot, and I'm not going to go into any details or anything about my job at all, but it's very stressful, and it's a lot of time and energy. So it's not the greatest time to be starting something new, but I'm going to try it and see how things go. I'm going to try to record as many videos as I can before I go back to work. All right, so there's that. And then at the back, I have a scripture reading. It could be used for a multitude of things. I haven't really figured out what I'm going to use it for yet. I haven't used it yet. I have quite a few pages of this, so I don't know. If you can think of anything, leave it in the comments below. I'll be doing a video shortly about that. And then basically it was the different pages. They're all kind of different. So that's kind of cool. And then we get to the Grateful tab. And the Grateful tab has a grateful worksheet with it. So this is the grateful worksheet. It's what you're grateful for that week. And then it has morning and evening. So I'm gonna try to attempt this, especially when I get back to work, but, and then what's also cool is at the end it says highlights of the week, how you've grown, different things like that. So I'm gonna try that. But I love how like easily, like you can just, you know, rip the pages out and put them back in, and I just love how easy that is. Not pulling up a binder or, you know, just not being able to fit in anything because it's bound. So having the accessibility to just kind of pluck things in. I have the hole punch, so I can put pages in as I go. This is the Happy Planner classic size, so it is not the big one, but I like the classic for the size it is. So then we have prayers. So this is where I'll write down who I'm praying for during the week. And then I have one of these little it says prayer on it. And then this is where I like to write my prayers out. So this is where I would do that. So I have some pages for that. And I have a notes for my sermon notes, and this has also a little bookmark. I don't have any sermon notes in here at the moment. They're all in my faith journal. And I have one for small group, which is the support group I'm going to be getting involved with. I start this upcoming Tuesday. They've already had 2 meetings, so I couldn't go because of my surgery. So if there's any notes or anything that I want to write down, jot down, things like that. Maybe specifically like if, you know, someone says something and I, you know, want to remember that, I'll write it down, because during the week for my work, it's a lot of remember this, remember that, and it's kind of hard to remember everybody's life all the time, so especially my own, or on top of my own, so that's where that comes from. And then this is the budget. I must have taken out, I had one in here for like meal planning, but I must have taken it out. Anyways, I usually have one in here for meal planning. I don't typically use it, but with my mom being here, I have been using it. So I guess maybe I'll just take it out and grab that binder. It looks very similar to this, but it has meal prep on it. So, and then this one is budget. So I'm not going to show you obviously my budget, but I have a bookmark in here. This is the last 2 paychecks of February, and then expense trackers, different things like that, savings trackers, which I do have one in there still. And then I have a space for projects, so I have a car emergency kit that I am trying to get going because of work. So then there's the medication tab. So I'll have all my medication listed on that. As I get older, I seem like I'm taking more medication, and so it's hard to remember everything in my life. And then I have a contact list, so that usually goes here. And then there are some other things some stickers and month stickers and stuff like that. So yeah, that is my planner. So super fun. You hear my dog, my mom's dog Jimmy in the background whining. So yeah, so that was my planner. I am going to open up my new thing that came in on Amazon that I'm super excited to try, and I might film it. So yeah, I'm super excited to start this journey. Just gonna be sharing what I love, and so it'll be crafts, it'll be my planner decorating, it will be just kind of the things that I like and enjoy, and that typically is around crafting. And I get into these moods where I don't want to craft and don't want to do things, but I'm hoping that this will help bring me out of my zone sometimes that I get in. So thanks for joining, and I will see you in a new video. Bye.